Welcome back, puzzlers, to more Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I'm going to continue doing some of the weekly puzzles. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's solve some more. Alright, where did I leave off? Over here. What is hidden? Yeah, let's solve it. You've stumbled across a strange painting. It appears to depict a frog sitting out in the rain, but there's more to this picture than meets the eye. What other living creature is hiding within this picture? Your answer must be 5 letters long. Alright, so what am I looking at? I am trying to rotate this image in my head. And you know what I'm looking at? The legs here, they kind of look like ears. So, yeah, this is a horse. So, ear, eye. Here's the big muzzle. Here's like the nostril. And then horse is 5 letters. So, yeah, that was quick for me. Nice. I'll take it. That's a good start to the episode. I got 2 wrong in the last one, so this is a good redemption, I hope. And I learned how to draw the E in this stupid game. Alright. It's not a stupid game. I love this game. I didn't mean that. Submit. Very good.
I did it! Yes!
Alright, that's right. Rotate the picture to the left and all of a sudden you're staring at a horse. Alright, next one. A smaller E. The matches set before you are arranged so that they form the letter E. According to your friend, you can make the E small by moving just one match. Can you accomplish the task your friend has set out for you? Yes. This one's easy too. So I can move, Can I not move these? Oh. Yeah, but I can still do that. There you go. Little E.
Luke, here's my answer.
Very good. Man, 2 easy ones. Very quick. I'm on like world record pace over here. Layton's hat box. Let's keep the streak going. Oh no, the professor's hat box has gone missing. Picture below are 4 hat boxes that have been broken down and flattened. When reassembled, 3 of the boxes are identical in every way, but the 4th hat box differs slightly in its design and belongs to the professor. Can you find it for him? Okay, so this is just a matter of rotating stuff around. Okay, so if I rotate A 90 degrees to the right, the red hat will be pointing down, followed by a blank box, followed by a green hat that should be pointing down, but this one's pointing to the right. So B and A are different. Yeah, so B and A are different. So the answer is actually going to be one of these 2. Now I just need to figure out... Wait a minute. No, there's something weird here. Because these all look kind of different. Hold on. Picture below are 4 hat boxes that have been broken down and flattened. When reassembled, 3 of the boxes are identical in every way. Oh, so you gotta like actually assemble the box. It's not just rotating it. It's actually folding it up into a box. Oh god, that's miserable. I hate these folding the box puzzles. Oh no, I don't like these. So I think probably the easiest way for me to do this is to look at two hats that are next to each other. So if I were to fold this into a box, I would fold right here. This would go under. This would be side to side. Okay. So I think the pink and the blue would be side to side, pointing in the same direction. And then here, Oh my god. I'm not good at this. I am not good at these fold the box puzzles. Man. Okay. You know when you get hired for some jobs, they make you take an aptitude test, which is really just an IQ test? I remember I did this one time for a job, and there was one of these like fold the box puzzles. And it drove me nuts because I knew I got it wrong and I hated that feeling. And I am stuck again, so I don't know. I struggle with these. See, because if I fold here, that hat goes like on the lateral side pointing up, which is gonna face a different direction than the pink hat. And then if I fold here and I fold here, those are also gonna be pointing in different... I don't know, man. They all look different to me. Oh, God. I'm struggling for sure. So A... I'm not understanding this. I guess you can fold these multiple ways. Right? I think you can fold those multiple ways. So you can't just look at the hats themselves. You have to imagine different ways that you can fold these into a box. So my streak is officially broken. I'm struggling with this. Ah, gosh. I mean, if I really wanted to be hardcore, I could go get some printer paper and actually cut out these shapes and draw them and fold them up and see what would happen, but I'm not gonna do that. That's kind of cheating and it would take me forever. So... Man, okay, so let me rotate A 90 degrees, 180 degrees. So that would have the pink and the blue pointing to the right. That would look like this. And then the red and the green would be pointing in the same direction on opposite sides. Yes, okay. So this would be pointing... This would be pointing away from the bottom. 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 So the blue and the pink match. The red and the green match between A and C. Okay, yeah, those are the only sets. So I'm inclined to say these two are the same. Then let me see like C and D. So if I fold here, blue is pointing towards a blank. Pink is pointing towards a blank. Same thing here. Right, pink is pointing towards a blank. And then blue is pointing towards a blank. And then the green and the red. So the red will have its base on the blank, just like here. And the green will also have that. Okay, so that matches up. So I think A, C, and D are all the same. Let me do D and A just to like triple verify these three. So blue and pink both kind of pointing towards here. Towards a blank hat. Or a blank space, I mean, so that works. And then the green and the red would both have their brim on the bottom. So I think these three match. So now let me look at B. So we would have red and green. So red would... How do I fold this one? I fold here. Then I fold there. So Green would be pointing towards the blank, which is good. I don't know what would be on the bottom of the red. Let's see. It would probably be... It might be this blank, actually. So it's a different blank than the green one. No, it's not. Okay, so that might check out. But then the blue and the pink are pointing their base towards a blank, which is not what we want. So I'm pretty sure it's B, but I'm not very confident. I'm just kind of like screwing around in my head with this. I think I'm gonna go with B. I'm not confident at all, but I'm just trying to visualize this in my head and I don't know how to do it anymore, so let me go with B.
How does this sound?
Nice. Okay.
Layton's apprentice saves the day.
So even though I got this right, I don't feel good about it because I didn't feel confident. Good job. We all know how important the professor's top hat is to him. Yeah, it's tricky, man. I don't like those. Alright, let me do another one. The clock's chime. There's a clock tower that rings the time on the hour every hour. However, this clock tower is special in that it rings the time out very slowly. Each ringing of the bell takes a full 5 seconds. Now to the problem. When the time is 12 p.m., the bell rings 12 times. How many seconds does it take you for you to hear the time? Alright, so there's a trick here somewhere. Okay, so let's say it is 12. It's gonna have to chime 12 times. So right at 12, it chimes once. 12:05, it has chimed twice. 12 and 10 seconds, by the way. 3:15 is 4. 20 is 5. And then 25 is 6. 27 is 7. No, not 27. 30. 30 is 7. Let me clear all this. 35 is 8. Or 40. The 9th chime starts. At 45, the 10th chime. At 50 seconds, the 11th chime. And at 55 seconds, finally the 12th chime begins. But the key is, how many seconds does it take for you to hear the time? So my question is, do you want me to hear the full 5 seconds of the last chime or just hear it start? Because that will definitely change the answer. If you only want to hear the chime start, it'll take 55 seconds for you to start hearing that last chime. But if you want to wait for the full chime, the last chime to end, it'll take a full 60 seconds. Now, based on the wording, I'm inclined to say 55 because it says, how many seconds does it take for you to hear the time? So as soon as you start hearing that last chime, you know that it's 12 and not 11. So I think it's going to be 55. That's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'll go with.
I think I've got it.
It depends on the wording. Okay, good, good.
Professor, I've solved it.
Many people's first instinct is to multiply 5 by the 12 rings of the bell, thus coming up with the answer of 60 seconds. The thing is, you'll know it's 12 o'clock the moment you hear the bell ring out of the 12th time. This means that you're only really waiting for the bell to ring 11 times. 11 rings times 5 seconds per ring equals 55 seconds. This is how long it takes you to know the time. Alright, so kind of the same logic I was going for there. A fearsome foe. There was once a knight, bold and brave. He felled countless opponents and was said to be fearless in the battlefield, or peerless. However, legend has it that there was one foe that set the knight quaking in his armored boots. The knight feared this monster because of the rumor that surrounded it. It was said that anyone who slew the beast was destined to spill his own blood in the process. Can you guess the identity of this terrifying foe? Okay, so I guess it's a word. Legend has it that there was one foe that set the knight quaking in his armored boots. The knight feared the monster because of a rumor that surrounded it. It was said that anyone who slew the beast was destined to spill his own blood in the process. Can you guess the identity of this terrifying foe? Spill his own blood in the process. I am trying to... I think once it comes to me, it'll come to me, but it's probably one of those that if you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't. You might just sit here and think about it and it'll come to you. What requires you to spill... Oh, is it like a mosquito? Maybe? Because a mosquito like sucks your blood, and then if you slap the or kill the mosquito, it pops with your blood in it. But that's a lot of letters for the answer. Can you put that much in there? I don't know. An I. No. Let me put a little dot there. There you go. So actually, you can do mosquito. So I don't know if I want to guess that. I just wanted to come here and see if I could even fit that word in there. But that kind of makes sense, right, guys? That kind of makes sense. Because if it's sucking your blood, and then when you, like, smack it, your blood kind of spills out. I like it. I like it. I'm going to go for it.
I think I've got it.
Okay, good. Nice.
Professor, I've solved it.
This bloodthirsty beast is none other than the dreaded mosquito. Squish one of these little guys while it's on your arm, and you'll have your blood all over before you know it. Truly fearsome, if somewhat annoying opponent. You know, I heard that malaria has killed more people in the history of the world than anything else, and it's a mosquito-borne illness, so maybe truly it is a ferocious beast and opponent to behold. Alright, the Vanishing Tower. Behold the glorious Eiffel Tower, soaring monument to Paris, the city of light and love. At over 1,000 feet tall, the tower is massive, but there is a way to make the entire structure vanish right before your eyes by using nothing but 2 coins. How does one accomplish this feat? Oh, this one's easy. You just put it over your own eyes. There you go. Just like that. I thought that one was super easy. Very good.
Layton's apprentice saves the day.
Nice job. If you cover your eyes with the 2 coins, any object will disappear from your field of vision, that is. The Enigma. The room shown below is perfectly square and completely empty. 4 normal chicken eggs were placed on the floor of the room. Shortly afterward, a man came in with a giant steel cylinder and rolled it all over the floor. Amazingly, not a single egg was broken in the process. Can you guess where these eggs were placed? The eggs used in this problem are standard-sized eggs, but have been made larger so that you can move them around more easily. So it has to be in the corners, because the roller can't, like, get to the corner, you know? Like, if the guy is coming down here with the roller, he'll have to, like, make the corner. Yeah, it has to be the corners. There's nowhere else that this could work. Plus, there's 4 eggs, 4 corners. Makes sense. Makes me more confident in that answer.
I think I've got it.
Nice.
Professor, I've solved it.
Good thinking. As shown here, there are a few places in the room the big steel cylinder just can't reach. If you place the eggs in the corner of the room, even turning the cylinder on its side doesn't allow it to reach into the corners. So some of these are pretty easy, I'm finding, the weekly ones. Alright, the lost hat. Of course, last time I said that, I got a really hard one. A river moves at a pace of 1,000 feet per hour, and upon that river floats a lone gondola. At precisely high noon, a passenger on the gondola drops his black top hat into the water. The gondola turns around to collect the hat exactly 100 feet downstream from it. This particular gondola moves at a speed of 20 feet per minute in still water. How many minutes will it take the gondola to meet up with the top hat from the time the hat hit the water? Okay. So a river moves at a pace of 1,000 feet per hour. At precisely high noon, a passenger on the gondola drops his black top hat into the water. Okay. So, the hat is in the water at noon. The gondola turns around to collect the hat at exactly 100 feet downstream from it. So the gondola is going that way because the arrow says so. The river is going that way because the arrow says so. And the hat is going that way because the arrow says so. So there's going to be a distance of 100 feet between the gondola and the hat when it turns around to get it. This particular gondola moves at a speed of 20 feet per minute. So 20 times 60. 20 times 60 is going to be 12, so 1,200. So it moves at 1,200 feet per hour. Okay. So it moves obviously faster than the, not 12,000, 1,200. Obviously faster than the river, or else it wouldn't get anywhere. How many minutes will it take the gondola to meet up with the top hat? I kind of want to convert this all to minutes instead of feet per hour. I want to do feet per minute. So I would have to divide by 60. So the numbers are not going to be very fun to work with. But 1,000 divided by 60. 1,000 divided by 60 is like, well, let me take a 0 out. So 6 will go into 100. 15 times, 16 times. 16 and 2/3. Okay, so 16 and 2/3. And then the boat will go... The boat is gonna go 1,200 divided by 6. So that number is gonna be a lot more friendly to work with. So that's just gonna be 20. So then I can do 20 minus 16 and 2/3, which is going to be 3 and 1/3. 3 and 1/3. So every minute that the boat goes that way, it catches up 3 and 1/3 minutes. So every 3 minutes, it goes 10 feet. So 30 minutes Wait. Yeah, so every 3 minutes, it goes 10 feet. And it needs to go 100 feet. So 3 times 10 is 30, so it's going to be 30 minutes. It's going to take a full 30 minutes to catch up with that bad boy. That's longer than I anticipated just off the top of my head, but mathematically it makes sense, so I'm going to submit.
Well, here's my guess.
Oh, come on, really?
I'm so
That didn't work?
embarrassed.
Nope, it looks like someone might be buying a new top hat today. I was so confident in that. I mean, 30 seemed like a long time, but I thought the math worked out on it. I must have done something wrong, obviously. Huh. And it didn't even give me a hint, so I kind of have to figure this out on my own. Okay, I think I see what I did wrong. So the boat is not going to be going 1,200 feet per minute. It's actually going to be going 2,200 feet per minute because it's taking advantage of this current as well. So it's 2,200 feet per minute. Yeah, okay. Or, dang it, I mean 22. Alright. And then I need to convert this to minutes. So let's do 22 or 220 divided by 6. Oh god, what's that math? What is that? So, still a little division here. 6. We're gonna do, oh my god, the long division. You guys remember that? The long division? So it's gonna be 36. 36 times 6. 200 and 2/3. 36 and 2/3. Okay, so 36 and 2/3 feet per minute. That's the rate of the boat going back. And then the hat is again 1,000 per hour. So 1,000 divided by 60. That's going to be the 16 and 2/3 per minute. Okay. So the difference between these, if we subtract, is 20. So every minute that passes, the boat catches up 20 feet. Okay, so the boat is catching up at a rate of 20 feet per minute. So let me read the problem. The gondola turns around to collect the hat exactly 100 feet downstream from it. This particular gondola moves at a speed of 20 feet per minute. Okay. So if it turns around at 100 feet downstream from it, oh, we need to keep counting how far the hat continues to travel, because the 100 feet is going to assume, so there, okay, hold on. So when the boat turns around, there's 100-foot distance between them, and then as it starts to move, that distance, that hat is still moving, so I need to account for that. Yikes. So how do I do that? That's kind of tricky. Okay, so if the boat catches up at 20 feet per second or per minute, that means in 5 minutes it would have covered the distance of 100. But then in that 5 minutes, the hat would have traveled another said distance of 16 and 2/3, right? So that times 5, that's 90. 90 and 2/3, so that's like another 100 feet. Oh my god, this is confusing me. The gondola turns around to collect the hat exactly 100 feet downstream from it. Yeah, because you have to constantly be recalibrating how far that hat is moving. No, I don't think I need to do that because I already subtract. Remember, I did like the 36 and 2/3 minus 16 and 2/3, so that already accounts for the rate at which the hat is moving downstream, so I don't need to make any adjustments there, so it still only takes 5 minutes for the boat to catch up. But the other thing that I'm thinking about is that the gondola turns around to collect the hat exactly 100 feet downstream from it. So the boat was still moving this way when the hat fell off. Right? And then the hat was going that way. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything else. So this distance is 100. And then, yeah, the boat is moving that way. It turns around at exactly 100 feet downstream from it. Okay. Yeah, so it should be 5. Because if it needs to make up a distance of 100 and it can catch up at a rate of 20 per minute, then it's basically 100 divided by 20 equals 5. So it should be 5. Let's go ahead and input the answer here. Alright, just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything, but I'm pretty confident here.
Well, here's my guess.
What?
Oh, I was sure I had
Nope,
it.
it looks like someone might be buying a new top hat today. What did I do wrong? So, I know my math is right. I'm very comfortable in that the boat can move that way at 20 feet per minute. And if it's 100 feet downstream from it, then it should be 5. I don't get it. I don't get it. What am I missing? Unless I do need to constantly be recalculating how far the hat is moving. But it shouldn't, because once the gondola is turned around, I've already accounted to how fast it's going to catch up relative to the stream. Because really, the boat is going to be going at 36 2/3 feet per minute, right? So then it'll be like less than 3 minutes for it to catch up to the hat if it stayed in the exact location. But when I subtracted that 16 2/3, that's the rate that the hat is moving. So it really should be that 20 feet per minute. At precisely noon, a passenger on the gondola drops his black top hat into the water. The gondola... Oh! Okay. God, that is tricky. That is confusing. Okay, so the guy drops the hat. The boat is moving that way. The hat is moving this way. And then once the hat is 100 feet away... Once the hat is 100 feet away from this initial site of impact, the boat turns around. So the boat also went... So the boat increased the distance that way. The boat increased the distance that way as well, which would basically be the double of the 100 feet. You would essentially double it. So is it 10 seconds? Is it 10? Or 10 minutes, I mean?
I think I've got it.
Nice, okay. Man,
I did it. Yes.
that was tricky. The hat will be recovered at 12:10. Since both the hat and the gondola are moving the same way on the river flow affects both items the same way, effectively allowing the gondola to travel at the same speed as if it were in still water. The gondola traveled 100 feet from the hat before turning back to retrieve it. This means the boat traveled 200 feet before picking up the fallen hat. Since the boat moves at a speed... Okay, so... my logic was flawed, actually. My logic was flawed, but it somehow worked out in the end. So that makes sense. This makes more sense, the explanation they're giving. Man, that's a tricky one. That's a tricky one, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you're enjoying these weekly puzzles. I did do editing on all the previous videos, so now I know that out of the 150 puzzles now that I've completed, so the original 135 in the game, plus all the weekly ones I've done so far, I've done 150. I've gotten 137 of them correct on my first try, so be sure to leave how many you've gotten correct in the comments, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.